up? This your boy DeMarco, CEO of Trap Spelling Bee. Check this out. I'm here live at Choctaw High School in Choctaw, Oklahoma. I'm here to interview one of my day one homies, T-Man, Terence Carter, Coach Carter. He coaches boys basketball up here. They getting ready for the state playoffs, but he go sit down with me for a little bit, talk about, a little bit about our relationship, as well as his clothing brand, Chosen1 Apparel. So we gonna holler at him. Keep it locked. I like to do hood rat shit with my friends. I've been a player since way back. I like to do hood rat shit with my friends. I've been a player since way back. I like to do hood rat shit with my friends. I've been a player since way back. I like to do hood rat shit. Check it.
No, you good.
Hey y'all, what's up? This your boy DeMarco, CEO of Trap Spelling Bee. I'm here with one of my day one partners, man. We grew up together. He has had a heavy influence in my life and a lot of people's life in our community, man. Like one of the only cats I would call a big homie, because people throw that word around, but bruh really been a big homie, especially to the community, been a good example, a good influence for a lot of us, people like myself and other children to follow. So I want to introduce him. This is my guy T-Man, Terence Carter, Coach Carter. What's up, bro?
What's up with it, bro?
Ain't nothing to it, man. So, hey, bro, I came here, I asked you to do this interview kind of spur of the moment, man, and you didn't hesitate, which really surprised me, bro, because you're a man of kind of few words. You usually kind of just let your actions speak, but I do appreciate you taking this interview with me, bro, but I just kind of want to start from the front, man. So I was kind of telling him before I walked in, man, you coaching, but I think it's funny, bro, because I think I was on your first team you ever coached, wasn't I? And one. You was in high school.
I was still in high school.
You was helping Coach Key. Now check this out, man. Before we go on with the story, bro, I just want to tell y'all that, bro, hey, he already know what I'm about to say. Bruh is the reason that Midwest City and one, the original team, didn't win the Maybe National Championship. So check this out, y'all. We sitting here at a hotel. This is probably all of us. We all from the hood. This is our first time probably at a hotel as a team. So we kicking it. He in high school. We still in like middle school or something. Bro, hella aggressive. He done drowned all of them. He done drowned me so bad, I done got sick. I couldn't even play in the championship game hardly. Man, we got dusted by them. We didn't get dusted, but we got beat by them dudes from Ponca City, man.
Yep.
But I always tell bro, man, he the reason. He cost us a national championship for drowning me in the pool, getting me sick, man. But it's just crazy to see. That was probably 20 plus years ago. Now you up here at Choctaw, man. Y'all are competing, in the state playoffs, going for that gold ball, man. How do it feel like, just being a coach after all them years starting from high school to seeing yourself, in one of the top schools here in Oklahoma coaching, man? How it feel, bro?
Man, it feel good, man. But I just kind of feel like this is what I always wanted to do, so. It's my path, man. This is what God set out for me to do, so this is what I'm doing. Shit, I love kids, so
straight up.
That makes the job a pleasure, It's not really a job when you love what you do, man. I come to work, man, and I have fun.
Real talk. Man, you've been doing this for a long time, man. I kind of, been able to see the journey from a bird's eye view, man, watching you, start teaching and then go into coaching. And I think you started at like a middle school coaching, right?
No, I actually started in Little League, man.
Okay,
I done took every step. So I started Little League, man. I started Little League before my son was even born. I think I was 21.
Okay.
I started coaching Midwest City Raiders, man.
So it's been like, you really, like I said, I remember you coaching in middle school and then seeing you work your way up to high school, but Little League is crazy, man. So that means you done seen kind of every generation of children, before adulthood, from a sports perspective. But let's talk about, all of those kids you've been able to influence through sports, man. How do it feel when you see someone you watched as a baby grow up to be, a collegiate football player, a basketball player, man? How do it make you feel knowing you play a part in that?
Man, it makes me feel like, like that's my child, you know what I mean? Because I spend a lot of time with the kids. We actually probably spend more time with them than we do our own kids and more time with them than their parents do. So,
wow.
It feels good, man. Like, I got a kid that I coached on my very first team. He played at K-State, then he transferred. He's at Louisiana Monroe.
Wow.
I'm watching Sports Center, and he's on there, man.
That's dope.
Top 10 plays, man, making plays.
That's dope. I know
kid
that
out of
feel
Midwest
good.
City, man.
I know
Ballin'.
that feel good, man.
It feels great, man.
But just like, that's why they say it really take a village, bro, because as I joke with you about, you being around when we was going for that basketball AAU title, man, but it's just been, you've been there, especially in our community, in the Midwest City community. You've been there for a lot of us young cats, and I don't think you understand the influence that you've had over people like myself, because you know where we come from. A lot of people pick a side. They, either on the red side of the flag or the blue side. But it was people like you that, you stood kind of out because you always had your own independent thing going. Like we knew where you was from, but at the same time, we knew you were your own men. And one thing I've always recognized about you, that people, man, respected you. Like, we'd have been around some serious cats. Like, we'd be around a room full of gangsters, and you got the most respect in the room, man. Talk about, that's one thing I know you pride yourself on, is integrity and respect. Just talk about, like, kind of your principles and the morals that you stand on when it comes to respect.
Man, it's with me, man, it's always, man, I'm going to do it my way, man. So anybody can tell you, T-Man gonna do it his way, man. So I don't care what nobody else is doing. I've never gave in to peer pressure or none of that. So, I've always done it my way, man, and that's something I pride myself in. And I try to teach my kids the same thing, man. Like, you don't have to do what they doing. Why are you trying to be like what they doing? Be you, and the best to come from that.
That's real, bro. But like watching you growing up, like I said, I was kind of similar to you. We growing up in the hood, we seeing everything going on around us, but just having that independent mind, and then just seeing somebody in the community, because, a lot of the people we looked up to growing up, they was, either drug dealers, gang members, hustlers, whatever they was. But man, I remember you, before entrepreneurship was even cool, you had you had your own self-employed, like, cleaning business. You did other type of business, and I think, that influence started early, because I remember that in like the early 2000s and mid 2000s. Like I said, people wasn't really, preaching entrepreneurship and independence. But one thing I always noticed about you, bro, you were never in a rush. You never hustled in a hurry. Like, everything you did, you like kind of let nurture, and you build it. Like, I remember you used to build cars, You would take your time. Like, when everybody else was rushing theirs together, you would take your time and end up with the best one. And I've just seen you over the years. Like I said, we don't get to talk in this space a lot, bro, but I've watched you, like, just be an example. Like I said, you always did your own thing, and you just was patient, man. Kind of talk about, like, when it comes to entrepreneurship, now you're a teacher, but, been an entrepreneur, and now you also have your own clothing brand. Just talk about, how your approach toward, entrepreneurship has been, as well as, kind of converting over being a teacher and a coach as well. How do you balance the two?
Man, you got to find a perfect balance, man, so you can stay on the route that you want to go on. Like, what I do is, man, like, in my free time in the evenings, if I don't have a game after practice, then I'm going home to try to work on my business, Put some stuff out on social media, drawing up my next clothing that I want to drop,
Right,
you know what I mean? So that's how I kind of balance it, and then, like, during the day, that's school. That's school and sports. Once that's done, then I'm on to my entrepreneurship.
Man, I got to give it to you, though, because to be a full-time teacher, a full-time coach, and then when did you start Chosen1 Apparel?
Last December 21st.
So to say, okay, not only do you balance school coaching, and then your entrepreneurships, you also a father. So I know it has to come with a great sacrifice, and I've watched you grow your brand since, it's probably less than, over a year old.
A little bit over a year.
But to see you grow it, and you're not kind of rushing your releases, you're kind of, building a brand in a very authentic, organic way. And, just me being in the marketing and branding, I pay attention from a distance, man. Like I said, I noticed overall your stuff when I got some of your clothes, the quality, like, from the message you leave on the note that comes with it, the thank you card. Like, a lot of people don't attest for that, but I know it took some time, dedication, and patience to be able to say, hey, every detail from the stitching inside of the clothes to the, the name tag, it's just, everything is so detailed. That's the first thing I recognize. Like, what type of advice would you have for someone that's trying to balance like a work life, entrepreneur life, and just trying to find a good balance? What's some advice you would have?
Man, my first piece of advice that I would give you, man, is run your race, man. So what I'm saying is do it your way, man. Don't rush. Don't try to do it because you see 10 other people already pushing their stuff out, man. Take your time, perfect your craft, you know, and then put out a good product. Because if you rush it, your product ain't gonna be good, and then next thing you know, they earn you out on Facebook, you know?
That's real.
You don't want no bad vibes with that, man. Because, I mean, obviously the people talk, so those are gonna be some of your customers, potential customers. So you wanna put out a great product, man, and something that they could be happy with.
Man, I see that in your brand, like just the patience. And one thing we was talking about before we started the interview is that you kind of, it was an old saying, stay within your envelope. Like you don't try to, you found your core demographic, people that you can market and sell to. And it seems like you just kind of stay loyal to them, and it seems like they loyal to you. So talk about a lot of people when they come out with a product be feeling like, well, I want to sell it to everybody, but realistically, everybody ain't gonna buy what you got because everybody don't want it. So I like how you found your balance in just finding your demographic, because when I see people with your brand on, most of the time, if I see them again, they have it on again. That means that you're retaining your customers, meaning they coming back, and that shows loyalty. Like when I'm looking at my numbers for Trap Spelling Bee, I'm looking at who can we retain. You know, it's not about the initial sale. Did you treat them good enough for them to come back? So seeing people who rep your brand, man, constantly. I've had the pleasure of getting to wear some of your clothes on, even on some of my TikToks that went viral in a few outfits, and man, bruh just released, you know, what you calling that sweatsuit? Is it a name for it? Or it's just
That's the Chosen1 blue and white Chanel set.
Okay, that's the Chanel set. Well, why I brought up the Chanel set, because I had the privilege and the honor of designing that. Bruh came to me a couple of months back like he needed a new look, and it was like when he gave me the ideal, I instantly knew, because it'd be cool designing for people that I know, because I kind of got a feel for them, so I know what they like. So, man, he sent me his ideal, man. I knocked it out the park, man, on the first try, and he just released the Chanel blue. I copped one. I left it. I was supposed to go grab it before I came. I wanted to show y'all. We gonna find a way to get it on the screen, whether we have to, you know, digitize it in or whatever. But man, y'all make sure y'all check that out, as well as some other Chosen1 apparel. Now, before I let you go, bro, I don't want to take up too much of your time, man. Like I said, I want to give you your flowers, bro. And like I said, just tell you, thank you, bro, because it takes a village. And when I was a young cat, like I said, and you was helping coach us, and you know, just always being instrumental in my life by being an example and a demonstration. You never said much, but I always just kept it solid, man. You've been a real dude through a lot of real situations, and man, your consistency of character is, you know what I'm saying, commendable, bro. And I just salute you for always, you know what I'm saying, keeping it 100 with me, keeping it 100 with your people, man. Anybody that know you, go say you solid, and you know what I'm saying, I appreciate you doing this interview. And I want my peoples, you know, if you watching this, make sure y'all check out Chosen1 Apparel. Bro got a dope brand. He's building it organically, authentically. It represents something. It feels like something, and it's something you would definitely want to be a part of. But bro, I ain't gonna take up too much more of your time. I appreciate you letting me come through Choctaw, man, while y'all getting ready for the playoffs. I wish y'all good luck, man. Y'all got a game Friday, right?
Friday, 6 o'clock at Moore High School.
And Moore High School, man.
Yes,
hope y'all go out there and take care of business to keep chasing that gold ball, man. But appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you.
And we'll holler at y'all. Peace.
Yeah, peace.
I like to do hood rat shit with my friends.